Hi, I'm Adam Bemmels, Principal and School Leader of Loyola Catholic School. I'm happy to bring you today this recorded version of our State of the School Address for the school year 2018 and 2019. Unfortunately, we've had a very tough winter here in Minnesota this year. We've already had 8 snow days this year, and so we're bringing this version to you recorded because it's been canceled 3 times due to the weather, and with everything having to get rescheduled, we thought this would be the best way to bring you the most relevant information of the state of the school for Loyola Catholic School. Okay, so starting off this year's 2018-2019 State of the School Address. Once again, we'll start off like we do every year with the State of the School Address, and that's reiterate to everybody what our mission here at the school is. And it's leading through faith, academic excellence, and service. And it's based off of our 4 pillars, which have been a part of Loyola since the early 2000s, which are faith, academic excellence, leadership, and service. We continue to use these pillars in guiding our decision making here at Loyola Catholic School and in guiding our day-to-day operations. They really and truly are an integral part of who we are here at Loyola. One of the common questions I get is, who governs Loyola Catholic School? Who holds Loyola accountable for the teaching and learning that takes place, for the operations of the business side of the school? Who holds Loyola accountable? We're accountable through a couple of different facets, and that's the Diocese of Winona-Rochester. And we're also accredited. We're accredited through Advanced Ed. One of the things we're looking at doing right now is we're looking at becoming duly accredited. The second accreditation institution would be the Minnesota Non-Public Schools Accrediting Association, also known as MNSA. MNSA has a very thorough school strategic planning process, and we're excited about potentially combining with them to help us guide through that process. Advanced Ed does a great job in providing resources and support and some tools for ultimately, letting you know as a school where your strengths are and where your weaknesses are. So the two together, I think, will really help strengthen our school on a day-to-day basis, but also as we enter into an exciting future of school strategic planning. As I mentioned before, one of our pillars is excellence. We continue to strive for excellence in all areas of our school, but of course that starts with academic excellence. And what are we doing there? Well, of course we're evaluated at the highest level, which is in our high school. And how are our students doing in the high school? One of the things we've done here the past few years is we've really ramped up our ACT prep for our junior students. So we continue to offer ACT boot camps and prep work. And that consists of on-site professional support and training for our students in ACT test prep. On average, we're seeing an increase of a score of 2 points because of the work they're doing on just the strategizing of the ACT test prep. This next slide gives you a glimpse into how our students have done and how we've done as a school the past 5 years. And we're excited to continue with our composite score for the 3rd year out of the last 5 years of 24.8. We had a 5-year high in our reading at 26.6, so we're continuing to monitor that data and see how our students are doing. So we're very happy with our scores, with our work, but we know we're continuing to work on improving. Our process of teaching and learning is a continual process, and it is continually evolving. We also use NWEA as an assessment strategy, and while that does give us an indicator of where our students are performing overall, it also helps guide more on a day-to-day basis with our students when it comes to the teaching and learning. So where are our gaps? Where are our strengths? Where are our weaknesses? So NWEA helps us evaluate on a really individual level with our students, and that can have an immediate impact where that ACT score is a snapshot. This NWEA score gives a real relevant and current snapshot into where a student is and where do we need to best support that student. This year we are implementing and really strengthening our spring and summer enrichment programs, after school programs, and then also during the summer we're adding a lot of opportunities for extra courses, extra classes that our staff will be putting on, and we're excited about that. That's a really big boost to our offerings outside of the school day, so we're excited to unveil that menu of options for our students. You also see here attached are our retreats. One of the things people talk about at Loyola is what are all the different things Loyola does to make us a unique school. And certainly our retreats are a part of that, as well as our field trips. But we really talk about the retreats. The senior retreat is one of those things that's really talked about as one of the most memorable things a student gets here at Loyola. So you can see there all the way from 2nd grade through 12th grade the different retreats that we do offer as a school. So moving out of the academic arena and into finances, that's certainly one of the most common questions we get as a school leadership and school finance committee is how are our finances doing, or how do you finance a private school, or in this case a Catholic school. Here you can see on this page these are the different income and revenue sources that we get as a school. Certainly right now our largest percentage of income is through tuition. We have a donor support, so our new development department, they're working very diligently and in a very strategically sound way to up the amount of donor support we can get, which will certainly take the onus off of the parents when it comes to tuition, and certainly our parishes when it comes to parish support. But right now, parish support and donor support are both at 22%. And then we certainly still rely on SCOLA. SCOLA does a great job managing the endowments, which ultimately impact our tuition assistance and financial aid for our families. And then we have other categories there in the 12% mark. In terms of finances, this chart here will give you a glimpse into the different finances that our school has. Obviously, the biggest chunk is personnel costs, 65%. Now, being a Catholic school and a private school, this is where one of the big differences you might see compared to a public school, where a public school's personnel costs are going to be more in line with 80 to 85% of your costs. But we certainly, being a private school, we have to do a lot of marketing. We have to, so that, we have additional staff that you might not see in a public school. We have additional staff and additional resources that come into play. So you get a glimpse there into some of the other costs that it takes to run a school. So 65% for personnel costs, and that will continue as we move along into the future to be our biggest expense. I'm very happy here today to say we operated last school year with a balanced budget, and we certainly built a balanced budget this year in 2018-2019, and we're very hopeful as we end this year that we'll have good news when it comes to our current fiscal year and school year budget. And as we move on with further State of the School addresses and information, we'll certainly keep you up to date on how we did at the end of this year. One of the common questions is what's new at Loyola? What's to come? I already talked a little bit about summer enrichment classes that are after school in the spring and in the summer. We're very happy for the first time to have summer clubhouse, so we'll have a large amount of students up here on the hill all summer long who are a part of our summer clubhouse program. We've started registration and enrollment for that, and that's going really, really well. So that's going to provide some opportunities for our students to have some employment throughout the summer working that. There'll be more information about this one to come in this slideshow, but FACS is a learning management system, student information system, and it will also constitute our financial reporting system, and it also houses our website, so along with some other key features. But FACS is a company that recently bought out RenWeb. You might be more familiar with that term, and we're excited to be making a change from where we are when it comes to some Blackbaud products, including EdEdge, and so that our parents will see an immediate impact when it comes to that. Any of our stakeholders will certainly see the impact when it comes to something like the website. So we're very excited to unveil more information about that, and a little bit later I'll touch on that, and we even have a video in this presentation to give you a little glimpse into at least a piece of FACS. What else is new at Loyola? We're continuing to make sure that we offer competitive selection of courses. New this year were AP Chem, AP US History, and AP Human Geography. So we're very excited to add those courses to our menu. We don't anticipate any large-scale changes going into next year. We hope to continue to offer a competitive selection for a school of our size. This year we've started a new initiative for our school, which is called Top 20. That's for our students, that's for our staff, and it's really about the culture here at Loyola and how does a Top 20 program fit with our pillars that I previously talked about. So Top 20 is going to help give us as a school some direction and adhering to a strong culture and a strong rapport amongst our students, and staff. One of the big things we hear as our students leave Loyola is how they are prepared to enter into college, or how they're prepared to enter into the workforce. So one of the things we're looking at right now is the life skills. What life skills are we teaching here at Loyola? What gaps are there that we need to make sure our students are getting before they leave Loyola? So we're doing a pretty in-depth study of what we currently offer in terms of life skills, whether that's embedded into our curriculum in your general classes, or whether that's an additional course we may need to offer down the road here. So we're looking very in-depth at that because we want to make sure our students, we want to make sure they're achieving high levels when it comes to the academics. We want to make sure that they are also well-rounded individuals as they leave this school. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about as far as what's new at Loyola is a program called Stop It. And Stop It is essentially it's an anti-bullying program that gives students a real discreet way to report bullying or to report some type of harassment. And it gives that student who may not feel comfortable coming to the principal's office or to the counselor's office, it gives that student a voice to let us know that something's going on and that's not okay. And so we're happy about that, and that's a new program here that we started mid-year, and we'll hope to continue to strengthen that as we move along. So as I mentioned, we're incorporating FACS, and we're certainly right now in training as we look ahead to next year. So right now I'm going to show a little video here, a quick video about FACS that'll give you a glimpse into some of the pieces of FACS and what you'll see from that product.
FACS and RenWeb are changing the way school administration, teachers, and parents experience private and faith-based education. We're proud to introduce the most complete academic and financial solution on the market for your school and its families. Our revolutionary process is end-to-end, delivering a unified experience from inquiry to application to enrollment to re-enrollment. The parent's journey starts with their online application. Never before has the admissions process been more streamlined and simple. Parents can apply to your school, apply for financial aid, and pay their application fee, all in one single online experience. It makes things easy for your admissions office too. Once your families have applied, their students' information automatically flows into your system, so you can easily make your admission decisions and proactively communicate to parents. And there is no need to rekey their information as students move from admissions to an enrolled status. Their student and family information automatically comes with the student, so you can easily manage it going forward. Once a student is admitted into school, parents can seamlessly sign up for a payment plan that fits their budget, which also helps ensure on-time revenue for your school. Next, our system's advanced scheduling capability will create a non-conflicting student, staff, and room schedule, and enroll students into classes so they populate their teachers' gradebooks. The teacher experience is just as simple. With our tools, teachers can easily take attendance, create lesson plans, record homework assignments, post resources, and manage nearly every other component of their classroom. That includes using our system to easily create group emails to students and their families, and of course, record grades in their gradebook. which in turn creates their report cards and accurate transcripts. You'll never have issues with inaccurate grades and transcripts using our system. Student data always circles back to parents in real time, keeping schools and parents in constant conversation. Never again will parents have to wonder how their child is performing, when school events are taking place, or who to contact about their concerns. Also, with access to our secure Parents web portal and mobile app, parents can pay miscellaneous fees for things like lunch, books, field trips, and more. Students benefit from our system too. They can see grades, homework assignments, and lesson plans anytime, anywhere, from their laptop or mobile device. Before, many administrative tasks were time-consuming and manual. Now, schools can automate these tasks so they can focus on the bigger picture. Student, family, and financial information is always synced across every part of our integrated system, supporting school administration, parents, and teachers alike. And when it is time to re-enroll for our next school year, our system makes it a breeze because we already have the student and family information in our system. Parents can easily re-enroll their children into school, reapply for financial aid, and renew their payment plan, all using our convenient online re-enrollment process. Together, FACS and RenWeb offer unrivaled capabilities that provide a truly end-to-end academic and financial experience to benefit schools, teachers, and parents. We look forward to visiting with you about this exciting solution very soon.
Tuition. Tuition for 2019-2020. As you know, we really peeled back our tuition rates for this school year. We dropped them considerably. And as you can see now, we're continuing to stay in line with our rates from this school year. We are doing a $100 increase at each level, the K-6 and 7-12 level, and that's because we're adding FACS. We're adding a product that's going to help us continue to strive for excellence in all avenues of the school, and so there's a cost to that. And we did trim back tuition, and that's continuing to be our goal as we move forward to keep that tuition number affordable for you as a family. And so we hope that $100 increase, you'll see the impact of that in a continually improved product moving forward, whether that's the learning management system or our communication as a school. So we're very happy to keep that tuition number down. And again, that's our continued goal as a finance committee, as a school administration and leadership, is to continue to keep that cost right in that area, so it's affordable for any people who want to attend Loyola. Tuition rates for preschool, we did bump up our rates just a little bit this year. The biggest increase we had was for pre-K. And we took a deep dive into our finances in our preschool, and we found we were a little bit lower in cost, but ultimately offering a superb program. And so we had to get those costs more in line with other programs, and to ensure that we're fiscally responsible in operating our preschool program. So there you see the costs for that. I'm happy to report as of today, we already have a couple of sections for next year that are on waiting lists. So that's a very exciting thing. So we'll continue to monitor that closely as far as what that means for the other sections, and ultimately how fast can we add another section or grow that program going into next year. Looking at ways to help finance your education, we've certainly got the Loyola Financial Aid and Scholarship Grants, which are available K through 12. FACS, the company I previously mentioned, all of our enrollment and aid and tuition will be going through FACS now. And so there you see some information about that. We hope to be unveiling that soon for families to be able to register and apply for aid and some grants. We'll continue to have the Seeds of Faith grant, and then also our script program is still running and doing very well. So that's another way to help offset the cost of tuition. The last slide here just gives us some timelines that are coming up, what's down the road here at Loyola, and a lot of it has to do with just our enrollment, re-enrollment, recruiting efforts as we move into next year. We've already opened preschool registration to our families and to the public, and like I said, we've already got a couple of sections full, so that's going really, really well. Summer Clubhouse enrollment is open. beginning in April. We'll be opening that up to the public, but like I said, internally here with our current families, it's already filling up pretty quickly. With our new program, our new product, FACTS, we don't quite have a timing yet for re-enrollment for next year. We know it's coming soon. We'll hope to be unveiling that date to you soon for re-enrollment. Coming up on March 8th, we have Crusader for a Day. That's where families who are interested in Loyola can come in, tour for the day, shadow a student for the day, and check out what Loyola is all about. We have Kindergarten Roundup coming up on March 19th and April 1st at 6 p.m. So we have 2 dates to help cover the busy schedules for our families to hopefully get as many people in here as we possibly can. And then we have High School Information Night, which is also April 1st at 7:30 p.m. We had great success with that last year. We had over 30 students come to that and families, and we're hopeful to have that same success this year where we can really talk to families and have them ask questions about what to expect at high school here at Loyola Catholic School. That's a real quick glimpse at where we are as a school right now here at Loyola. One of the things that I'm really excited about as we look down the road here is doing some more of these, giving you maybe a year-end glimpse of how we did here at Loyola. What was the 2018-2019 year like? How did we end up? How did we do? One of the exciting things we did this year is we added over 100 new students, and we hope to keep that momentum going. And hopefully, if we do this at the end of the fiscal year in end of June, mid-July, we've got good news for our enrollment going into next year. But once again, I'm Adam Bemmels, principal and school leader here at Loyola Catholic School. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and as always, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me via email. You can certainly call the school if you have any questions at 507-388-0600. Again, hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for your commitment and partnership and your part that you play in being a part of the Loyola Catholic School family and community.